Next up, we have JOKZI OZO from the Corru Observer soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happening here musically. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, become a member, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Disclaimers, number one, this is my first time hearing this track ever, so I will be pausing a lot as I will be pointing things out as I hear them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take, so I might stumble upon my words. Whatever happens, happens. With that being said, let's do this. This is Corru Observer. Apparently a free online browser game. I'm not familiar with it either. Let's see what this is. Let's go. Okay, so we start with a rhythm that seems to be in an odd time signature. We're having this very peculiar rhythm, and it's building up towards the accompaniment. So Corru, so it is Corru observer. Excuse me. So let me bring you to the idea. Let me explain what an odd time signature is. Nico, welcome to the day. How you doing? So, when it comes to music, you have three main elements: melody, harmony, rhythm. Rhythm is time, is the use of time. How fast things happen, when do they happen, that kind of thing. And when it comes to time, we subdivide it into bars or measures. Those are interchangeable concepts, by the way. So a bar or measure is going to be the smallest subdivision of your music, and it's a website game, I think. And it's a and bars are then dictated how much you put into one by the time signature. And the time signature is driven by two numbers, an upper number and a lower number. So the upper number is the number of beats, and the lower number is going to be what kind of note or beat it's going to have. So 4/4 is the most common in the Western world, and in English it's pretty easy to remember the types of notes, right? Because you have whole notes, that is 1, half notes, that is 2, quarter notes, that is 4, eighth notes, that is 8, 16th is 16, so on and so forth. So 4/4 means 4 quarter notes in a bar. So you're going to have your 4 quarter notes in a bar, and every bar until you change the time signature is going to be 4/4. And you count them based on the number that they're in. So in this case, it's numbers 1 through 4 because there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of thing. So outside of this, there are other time signatures. There are other combinations that you can have. The lower number can only be these types of notes, but the upper number can be any other whole number that you can think of. So you can have stuff like 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. You can have then stuff like 4/8, 6/8. Those are still considered normal, like usual time signatures. And then you have odd time signatures. That's when you start implementing numbers such as 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, so on and so forth. One of the most common time signatures when it comes to odd time signatures is 7/8. Now, when it comes to how you count these things, when you count measures of 1, 2, and 4, which is whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes, usually you're going to be counting each beat as its own number. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, when you get down to eighth notes and smaller, it can be a little too fast to do, to just count them that way, so you start subdividing them into smaller groups. So for example, a group of 7/8, that is 7, 5, 6, 7 eighth notes in a single bar. So when you have this, you can subdivide these, because it's one thing to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, to make things more clear, One whole note has two half notes. One half note has two quarter notes. One quarter note has two eighth notes. One eighth note, two sixteenths, so on and so forth. So a 4/4 measure is going to have eight eighth measures, eight eighth notes. So you can count them as one, and then the eighth note is going to be the an in between. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But if we keep that same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it becomes a little bit more complicated to count them. So the way you do is that you start grouping them in smaller groups. So in the most common or popular way of doing 7/8, for example, is 2 groups of 2 and 1 group of 3. And you just count them as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that way you can speed it up because, yes, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that can be done. But if I speed up a lot more, then it becomes a lot more difficult to count. So what is easier to say than something like 7, because 7 is 2 syllables, 1, 2, and 3. So that way I can really speed it up. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can go even faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That was what, 4 bars of 7/8? Right there. So you can really speed these things up, and the whole point of these odd time signatures is that they sound odd, they are unstable, they sound unusual, exotic, all that kind of stuff, and that is what we are getting with this right here. We are getting some combination, because you can combine these. Like, you can have the time signature changes. For example, we could have 1 bar of 7/8, 1 bar of 5/8. Let's see, let's do this as 3 plus 2. And we just repeat that, right? Like we just repeat these two. So we have 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. I forgot the last one. So you can really come up with all sorts of wacky combinations. It's one of the reasons why stuff like jazz and prog rock, prog metal, that kind of thing have so many possibilities on them, because you can have this. If you want to hear one of the great masters of this kind of technique, you just listen to Igor Stravinsky. This man revolutionized rhythm in the classical music world. Works like Petrushka or The Rite of Spring, those two, they are ballets. They are insane examples of time signature changes, polyrhythms, polyharmonies. Stravinsky, contemporary GOAT? Yes. I would say Stravinsky is probably the best composer of the 20th century by a long shot. Maybe a good competitor would be Shostakovich. There are some other really, really good ones, but of the new school, Igor Stravinsky is by far the best of them. So, yeah, no, we have this going on. This is just the first 13 seconds. Now we came in with a couple more instruments. Let's see where this goes. Okay, we added extra instruments for this. So yeah, we are repeating the same rhythm that we had before. We're just changing the chords around it ever so slightly to give ourselves a sense of progression in this case. I'm just trying to count and figure out what the time signature is. It's changing a lot. So yeah, we're having a bunch of other elements as well. We're having a bass, I think it's a double bass, playing very, very soft. We're having something else called accents. We are having accents done. So accents in music is not to find out where you're from, it's for accentuation. So it's for accentuation, which is taking specific points in the rhythm and highlighting those. So in this case, we are having the rhythm playing, but every once in a while, some other instrument, like these violin-sounding instruments, are just going to pop in and pop out, playing along with the rhythm, but they're not going to play the entire rhythm. They're going to play an accent on that rhythm. They're just going to accentuate, highlight these small points on this rhythm, and it's just such a fun thing to do. Let's see where it goes. I was not expecting Sprechstimme over here. So, this is a very unusual vocal line, as you can probably guess. This is a technique mainly coined by Arnold Schoenberg called Sprechstimme. Which is, I think this is how it's spelled. It is sing-speak. Basically, you're not quite singing, you're not quite speaking, because singing voice and singing voice, speaking voice and singing voice tend to be two separate things, right? Like the way I'm singing right now, it's not going to sound anywhere near the same as I would if I start singing, because when you're speaking, you are just going around a bunch of different notes and everything. It's a very random thing, almost to an extent. The fluctuations of the language, all that kind of stuff. But once you sing, you're trying to hit one note at a time, right? So you're trying to stay on a single note. You're trying to stay on a single frequency. Sprechstimme is kind of an in-between, leaning towards singing type of thing. So you're not fully singing, you're more speaking on this, and it's not that popular a technique to use because it's pretty difficult to figure out, and it is pretty difficult to make sound good. But in this case, we're doing this wacky, alien, it's just unusual, it's completely bizarre kind of thing. So in this context, it fits. Let's see where it goes. Hey, Hectorian, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. How you doing? So yeah, you can hear how now she's singing this very, very bizarre motif. The motif being the smallest version of the musical idea, the seed from which everything else comes from. And we are having this like fading in, fading out, fading in, fading out, that pretty much everything else is doing except for the main rhythm, which the main rhythm is doing what is called an ostinato. Ostinato just means you're repeating the same thing, you're looping basically over and over and over and over and over. We are doing the exact same thing over and over. So, yeah, that's what's happening. We're having the ostinato. We're building some synths around it. We're kind of just rotating everything around this. And we have the vocalist singing. Let's see where this goes. Some extra piano here and there. Oh. Okay, so we had a moment where we just went off the ramp in a very interesting way. So going off the ramp is a colloquial term of mine. Colloquial just means there's no academic term or something like that. It's more an easier to understand term that I use. And in this case, going off the ramp is what I say when you are trying to create a transition between sections and you want to get that feeling of being suspended up in the air, kind of at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you're landing. How do you do that? You remove the percussion. However, in this track that didn't have drums, how do you do that? Well, you do a little bit of silence. War Thunder, welcome to the day. How you doing? I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So let's see. So yes, we're having that. We land this, and now we have landed in a very interesting way. We land, and we have an odd time signature. We are now in 5/8, and we're not changing the time signature. So that fact that we're no longer swapping back and forth between odd time signatures, and we're just doing 5, like 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3, and we're having like this little cascade arpeggio. Arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time, and we're just having this like little cascade while the vocalist is still singing. We're changing the ostinato from that rhythmic stinger that we had to now this like cascading downwards chord. And yeah, this is 5/8. Now we've moved on to 5/8 entirely, and I'm doing fantastic, man. I hope you're doing all right. So yeah, let's see. Thank you, Blitz. Yes. And yeah, now we're having more than one instrument doing the rhythm, and you can hear it like 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. You can hear it. You can hear the beat stabilizing, even though we are using an odd time signature. Like in general, this is not a stable time signature, but it sounds stable because everything we had before this was way wackier than this. Let's see where this goes. Okay, and now for the motif, we are doing what is called sequencing. Do not request songs just yet. So, sequencing is when you take a motif and you sequence it. So you repeat the overall idea. So let's say we have this motif over here. This is the melodic shape that we have, and we repeat it, but we don't repeat it the exact same way. We change the starting point, and we follow the same shape, just from a different starting point. This is sequencing, and what we're doing right now is we're going back and forth, descending with the sequences, and each of these starting points are going to be that same shape that we are doing, but because they are in this very, very different thing, we're getting this sense of just spreading around this kind of way. Very, very interesting. I'm surprised that this is relatively very few layers of music, and yet it's sounding very, very interesting. Let's see where it goes. And yeah, then we're having those synths dancing back and forth. And we change from 5 to 7 now. We bring in the flute to bring an extended version of the motif. Now, instead of the cascade being in 5, the cascade is now in 7. This is pretty cool. And I'm amazed at, because this is a very good example of less is more. This is a very, very, very good example of less is more. Because we are having one main idea going on right now, and everything is just gyrating around it, but kind of just doubling, just kind of playing around, and it's just doing. Is he better? Welcome today. How you doing? Welcome back, Corru. So yeah, no, we went from 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 to now 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. So now it feels like everything is extended. Everything it's developing naturally, even though we are going from odd time signature to odd time signature. It's giving us this Oh, L Sipper. Oh, okay. Welcome to the day. How you doing? Sipper. Cyper. Same concept. We are repeating, in essence, the exact same thing. Instead of on 5, we are just letting it play out in 7. Everything else is the exact same musically, like in essence. We are changing some of the like instruments that are playing around. We're just changing the highlights, the texture, this kind of thing, but in essence it's the same thing, and I love it, because this is one of those, let's just explore the idea this way now. Let's just explore the idea this way now, and that is what's happening. Let's see where it goes. Sequence stop. We have a bit of a trombone there, or tuba, giving us... Yep, you can hear now, far on the back, we're having a tuba giving us this like very bassy, brassy sound. Really, really cool. Squeak Cheese Taker, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit. How you doing? Welcome to the day. Let's see you. Theme and variations? I wouldn't say so, no. Cool. And now we have moved on to something completely different. I don't think this is theme and variations, no, because we're going from one very wildly different section to another. We are developing the sections from before and before. So far, we haven't had any sort of repetition, and the theme has changed quite a bit. So I would put this into just a progressive form. So, let me see. You'll notice the more that the melody stabilizes, the more unnerving it becomes, because reality here's much worse. The heaven and the dreams that has been created, reality versus falsehood. Very cool. And yeah, tubas are cool. Tubas are cool. They're very tricky to use, though. Like, when you have brass instruments, brass being trumpets, trombones, tubas, maybe the French horn as well, the problem is that those can be very loud. Like, trumpets, trombones, and tubas are very loud, which means you have to be careful with how you use them. You've been really enjoying. I appreciate it. So in this case, what we're having right now. So in the case of we've been discussing form, right? So form is just a structure of things, and Blitz just mentioned theme and variations, which is one type of structure that you have. Usually when it comes to pieces, you're going to have, section A, section B, so on and so forth. Theme and variations is a very different one. The most famous theme and variations that exists is, once again, A vous dirai-je maman by Mozart. He didn't invent the melody, but he made the theme and variations. You might recognize the melody as dum bum 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 bum. That is the theme, and then he does a bunch of variations, which is he just repeats the overall structure, just different ways each time. That is theme and variations. Then we have things like the binary, A and B, simple binary, A and B. Then we have ABA, AABA. We have the rondo, ABA, CADA. And in this case, we're just doing a flat progressive structure. So we're going A, B, C, D, E, F. We're just going through the letters, just progressing this further while keeping the common thread. Because one of the tricky things about doing structure like this is that, once again, when you're making music, you want to keep a very careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much repetition, too much familiarity, too much boring, it gets boring, you tune out. Too much new stuff too quickly, you get overwhelmed, you tune out. So in this case, what we are doing is that we are keeping the instrument on the ostinato pretty much the same between sections, and we are keeping just the overall idea of the theme pretty much the same. So what we are watching here is that we're not going between sections and then recapitulating and doing things like that. We are watching this initial motif that we have truly just evolve over time. But you can still tell it's the same thing. Because, especially the point where, now we're in 5/8. Okay, pa 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 pa. Oh, now we're in 7/8. Pa 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 pa. It's the same idea. It just evolved. And now we are seeing this again. And what happened just now? We are doing a partial inversion. So, this is a gradual progression. So at the end, A and F are going to be wildly different. But this is a gradually and then suddenly kind of situation that we're getting. So what we're doing right now with the melody, something that we had, is an inversion. So inversion is something that can happen harmonically, it can happen melodically. When it happens melodically is you have an idea, a melody, you take that and you flip it upside down. And that's it. That's inversion. However, what we're doing right now is a partial inversion. We are taking part of the motif that we had and we are flipping it vertically. So we are getting now this shape. Overall, the idea is still roughly the same. We are just exploring a new evolved iteration of this idea. Boris, welcome to today. How you doing? Let's see where this goes. And yeah, now we're in a very weird time signature. It's not baby oil. It's not baby oil. And now we're in 4/4. We're in 4/4, but we got so used to all of those odd time signatures throughout the piece that now having a regular 4/4 good old stable time signature, it just sounds off-putting. We go back to that downward going thing, and it just this is very well made, dude. This is very, very well made. Kat, welcome today. How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? And yes, don't request songs just yet. I will explain how it works. I will tell you when you can. But yeah. Sail to the moon? Kind of, yeah. No worries. Appreciate it. And yeah, as you can hear, we are adding a couple of extra layers now. Now that we are in the 4/4, the idea is familiar enough, it's stable enough. We're adding a couple of extra layers now, giving us those very weird things in the background. This is so cool. This is so cool. Mochichilo, welcome today. How you doing? Excuse me. One. Don't request songs yet. And we have a moment of just, we engage in electronic music, a kill switch. So when it comes to musical instruments, we have things, it's mainly guitars that came up with this, called a kill switch. A kill switch is a button that some guitars are going to have that basically sound is going through, you press the button, it mutes it. You release the button, it unmutes it. And this became extremely popular in electronic music. Electronic music is where it became the most popular. So because you can have the music interrupt itself. So what are we doing? We are keeping the same thing. We are still doing the same idea, but now we're cutting it. We're chopping through it, we're slicing it, we're not delaying it, we're just completely erasing these spots from it, giving you this new iteration of, we're going meta now, because now it's not just the music, but it's also the production, the post-production. Because when it comes to music, film, TVs, most of these things are mainly split into three phases. You have pre-production, you have production, and you have post-production. So pre-production is usually the brainstorming, the initial composition, figuring out what goes where, what music is doing what, anything like that. Production is when you sit down and record things. Nowadays, these two can be kind of blurred into one another. And then you have post-production, which is your mixing, your mastering, all that kind of thing. This, what we heard just now, is something that happens in post-production. When you clip when you cut a clip like that, that is in post-production, meaning that during the pre-production part of this, the composer planned to make in post-production something like this. Either planned or figured out, oh, this is going to be cool if I just make it weird like this. That gives me an extra repetition of the section and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and most media that you will consume goes through these three stages. So let's see where this goes. So yeah, we're doing knob turning out. The volume is turning up and down. We're kill switching. And we bring back the first motif, and it turns out that those moments of silence were the moments when that initial motif was hitting. That initial ostinato, rhythmic, weird time signature motif was the missing beats over here. This was planned. This was part of it. Oh, this is wild. Oh, I love this. Let's see where it goes. And now we're fully back. With a variation. Oh my god. So yeah, we're doing a variation, a recapitulation. So in the grand scheme of things, we could count the first half of this whole thing, sections-wise, as a massive A section that comprised of like A, B, and maybe C. Then we moved to a massive B section, which had D, which it had E, then it had F, and now we are starting a recapitulation. We will see if I'm right. A prime. Prime just means it's a variation. If I'm right, this is brilliant, because this then takes the concepts, makes them meta, which is not the first time this track would make things meta. Let's see where this goes. This is awesome. Refill my water bottle. So yeah, and the main variation that we're getting here is that the layers are building up a little bit more than they were the first time around. We are getting a few extra layers, and we still haven't heard the lady do the singing again, so if she starts singing, then we can attest that it is now A prime. We're doing a little variation of A prime, little variation of B prime, little variation of C prime, so on and so forth. Let's see where this goes. What did I say? What did I say? Variation! There you go. Same but different. Oh, hell yeah. And yeah, you can hear how it's a partial recapitulation. It's a variation of the first thing, because now we have a couple of extra layers. We have a synth here and there that is a little bit different, not too different, or at least that I can be able to tell, because it could just be a straight recapitulation. I'm hearing some differences here and there, so I think it's a variation, but yeah, we're just bringing back everything we did with new material added to it. Brilliant. The silence. We're back in 5. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 sequenced 1 2 3 sequenced 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 sequenced again. And yeah, we're having those extra things, like bits and pieces. We're having a bit of panning. By the way, some of these are doing panning. So the concept of panning in audio means to prioritize one ear over another. Nowadays, we rely on stereo sound as our standard. Stereo is very simple. Human beings overwhelmingly have 2 working ears, one on each side. We have the left ear, we have the right ear. So stereo makes it left speaker, right speaker, and then you have the listener, you over here, all happy, deformed, and bald, therefore evil. So when it comes to sound, you're going to have a track playing on the left ear and a track playing on the right ear. They're going to be separate tracks that are, if they play the same and they are the same volume, they are loud enough, it's going to sound like it comes from the front. If you reduce the volume on one, then the more that you reduce the volume, the further to the other side you're going to hear the track becoming. And that is panning, when you prioritize one over the other. Now, I have a colloquial thing here. I have 2 types of panning, active versus passive. So passive panning is when you draw all of this stuff from a mouse. Yeah, I'm using a mouse. Otherwise, I would be able to draw a little bit better. So passive panning is from the start, you determine, okay, this one's going to be on the right ear, and it's going to stay on the right ear throughout the entirety of the composition of the track. That is passive panning. Active panning is throughout the track. It's going to change from one ear to another. That's what I call it. And Icy Hot, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit. Welcome to today. How you doing? So what we're doing right now is, I think we have one, it sounds kind of like crystals, like a very, how do I call this? Like a very, yeah, kind of like crystals, glockenspiel-esque. Not entirely. It's very like chimes, like very short chimes going from one ear to another. And I think it's active panning, that it's meant to go from the left ear to the right ear and then back while this whole thing is happening to give you this motion of oscillating left to right, which is kind of what is happening here. So it's not just the visuals that are happening, but also we're having the audio undulating and waving around with us, taking us along, even though the rest of everything is pretty much the same. So absolutely fascinating now that we are in the recapitulation of this. So let's see. So yeah, you can hear it now, going from it. And a bunch of them are doing this. Tuba back on the right ear. Couple of extra layers, yep. We're in 7 now. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 7, and we are doing the thing. Umamusume, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. Welcome today. Very ethereal, and we're sequencing. We're back to the 7/8, and that means when we hit that 4/4 once again, it's going to sound even more off-putting. It is. So the difference. Okay, Corrus. So there's a difference between counting in 7/4 and counting in 7/8. Let me explain you the difference. So, because at the end of the day, there are n rhythmics, I guess we could call it, because a 4/4 bar and an 8/8 bar are going to have the same number of notes. So by that extension, a 7/4 bar is going to have the same as 2 bars of 7/8. So what is the difference? The difference is how you count them. So counting 7/4, you are counting usually slower. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. When you count 7/8, you are counting the subdivisions. You are counting the smaller groups, 2 groups of 2 and a group of 3. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. So there is a difference between the two. It's kind of like saying the difference between 3/4 versus 6/8. Because they both have the same number of notes. The difference is how you count them. The 3/4, for example, if we want to talk the different dance, the different dancing standards, 3/4 is for minuets, while 6/8 is for waltz. So a 3/4 is going to be counted 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, while a 6/8, you are going to count it as 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, that kind of thing. However, if you speed up a 7/4 measure enough, it's going to be the same. So at the end of the day, what time signatures, what measures you use, what key signatures, it is all for the purposes of communicating. It's a form of redundancy, is like using synonyms. It's that kind of thing. It's what vocabulary you're using. It's how you're choosing to communicate with the other musicians. So let's see. So this is from Corru Observer. It is a game. So let's see how this goes. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, we're doing the inverted. We're doing the inverted now, the partial inversion. Now we're doing this. We're no longer cascading. We're going up and down, up and down. Couple of extra layers added here and there. 4/4. There we go. 1 2 1 1 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Counting in 7 is fun. Counting in 7 is fun. It is. It just is. I love counting 7/8 because it's fun, especially once you start doing the different combinations. You know, like you're doing 2 groups of, so you're doing So you're doing 2, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 2, then you are doing 3, 2, 2, and repeat. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you can just mix and match, and it's just fun to have that challenge. And by the way, yeah, these are the three different ways that you can usually count a 7/8 bar. 2 groups of 2 plus a group of 3. 1 group of 2, 1 group of 3, 1 group of 2, 1 group of 3, 2 groups of 2, whatever combination you want to make, and then that you can have smaller subdivisions and that kind of thing. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Let's see where it goes, because it's almost over. Let's see where it goes. Let's see how it ends. Yeah, we're bringing this part again. The interruptions. Can I see why this is stuck in your head? It's a lot of the repetition, yeah. Like, for how little the motif repeats purely, it repeats itself a lot. Like, I'd never seen something like this, of a motif being developed so much, because everything has just repeated once, like twice. Like, we had the first half, then we added extra elements for the variation on the second half, and that's it. Like, the overall thing, we've heard each version of the motif twice, tops, which is very, very, very rare to have that stuck in your head. However, the way that it's been developed makes it absolutely fascinating. Let's see, we got about 20 seconds left. Let's see where it ends. Let's see how it ends. Yeah, we're having the moment of the kill switch and the volume knob. And then that's it. We just use that to our advantage to just cut off the song, and that's it. And that's it. Man, what a trip that was. That was incredible. That was awesome, dude. Oh my god. Very fascinating, very interesting use of this whole thing. And in the end of the day, the structure ended up being an A, B, A prime, B prime, with all these little variations going through one another. And it was just... 3, 5, and 7 are also prime numbers? Yes. Yes, they are. And there you go. That was JOKZI OZO from the Corru Observer soundtrack. That was fascinating, man. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it down below in the description. If you want, I'll answer that in a second. If you want to request songs and you're not on the live stream, if you're on the live stream, you can start requesting. If you're not on the live stream, you need to go to the Discord server, link down in the description. Go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions there. In the pinned comments. The pinned messages have the instructions. Follow them or Ava will shout at you. Ava's authorized to do it. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you want to know what time that is for you, just go to the Discord or the Twitch, both linked down below, and go to the stream schedule. It will show it in your local time zone so that you don't have to bother with calculations or anything like that. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because of course we do. I'm on YouTube. What else could we possibly do? That's where we put the VODs for the gaming after shows that we do. That is Games Are Basterd, link down below, or just search for the username, same username as James Are Basterd, swap the J for a G, and you got it. And with that, there you go. That was absolutely fascinating. JOKZI OZO from the Corru Observer soundtrack. Really, really good stuff. But, yeah,